Welcome, friends. Tonight, I have a chilling tale to share, one that will keep you wide awake, just as its protagonist has been for far too long. This is the story of I Haven't Slept Since 2023. So get comfortable, relax, and let's begin. Growing up, I had two choices in life. I could follow in my father's footsteps as a farm equipment maintenance worker. It was a decent job with stable pay, but something about that workshop, the colorless, windowless space, the way it absorbed sound, always unsettled me. It felt like a place where time ceased to exist, a place that could trap a person, swallow them whole. I never wanted that kind of life, so I followed my mother instead. She was relentless, the embodiment of Od Prieo Waikin Wan. Endure the sourness, enjoy the sweetness later. After my parents split, she took me and my sister across the country to Bangkok. She hustled, clawing her way up from nothing, and she expected the same from us. Work hard, study harder, be everything, smart, strong, cultural, opinionated. I took it all to heart. By day, I worked as a delivery driver, dodging chaotic Bangkok traffic. By night, I studied computer science, determined to create a better future. Weekends, freelance web design projects. And when my sister Isara needed me, I was there, always on call. Her bodyguard, her chauffeur, her last resort when the nights turned dangerous. It was exhausting. But family is family. My friends started calling me Lurk, a word that means closing time, because when I arrived, the night was over. It wasn't the kind of nickname a young man wants, but I was too tired to care. When my mother died in 2020, my world fell apart. I was barely 21, and suddenly I had to support both myself and my sister. I was drowning in work, in responsibilities, in sleepless nights. Caffeine pills tore up my stomach. Energy drinks made my heart race. Nothing helped. But I had no choice. I had to keep going. Then I met Somyot. He was a businessman, in the wrong kind of business, a decade older than me, but 30 years older at heart. He co-owned one of the clubs where Isara worked. We met outside that club when I sat next to him on a bench to tie my shoes. He sized me up and said, "You just gonna sit down like that?" I blinked. "You got an appointment?" "For my chair, yeah." I shrugged. "You don't look like a boss to me." He laughed, deep and full, and handed me a cigarette. We became friends. I didn't have time for a job with him, but he respected the hustle. He gave me small side gigs, things that didn't require asking too many questions, like collecting forgotten credit cards at ATMs. Nothing outright illegal, just opportunistic. And on slow nights, we'd sit outside the club, drinking beer and chewing betel nuts. It was the closest thing I had to a break. Then one night, Somyot told me he had something for me. He pulled out a small, white pill bottle with a blue sunflower on the cap. "One pill," he said, "and you won't need to sleep for 18 hours. No side effects. No crash. Nothing." I didn't believe him, but Somyot wasn't the type to lie to me. He gave me the bottle for free. I swallowed my doubts and took a pill. And my God, it worked. It wasn't like caffeine or drugs. No rush, no jitters, just clarity. It was like waking up from the best sleep of my life. I worked faster, studied harder, never missed a call from Isara. I was unstoppable. Every 3 days I let myself rest, and when I did, I dreamt of a strange, barren world, A dead tree, a dark sky, and someone watching me. But I always woke up before they found me. I should have questioned it. But I didn't. I was making more money than ever. I aced my studies. I co-founded a company. My sister found a stable job and moved in with her boyfriend. Everything was perfect. Then in 2023, I pushed too far. I had too much to do. I stayed awake for 5 days straight. And that night, when I finally slept, I couldn't wake up. I dreamt of that barren world again. But this time I wasn't just watching, I was there. The sand was black and wet beneath my hands, the sky was empty. And somewhere in the distance something hunted me. It found me. I felt its presence before I saw it, massive, wet, wheezing. It touched my arm, and it burned. I screamed as its fingers seared my skin, melting my flesh away. And then I woke up, with a real burn on my arm. I quit the pills, but it was too late. I couldn't sleep anymore. Days passed, then weeks, then months. My body changed. I stopped eating, stopped breathing. My skin turned pale and translucent. My fingernails fell off. My teeth loosened and dropped from my gums. And that thing, whatever had touched me in my dream, I could hear it, whispering to me from the darkness. In 2024, I tried to find answers. I tracked down the scientist who created the pills. "You've overdosed," he told me. "And with ericoline in your system, the beetle nuts, you've amplified the effects 100-fold. I would stay awake for years. And then something else would happen. It's 2025 now. I can barely move. I can barely think. And still, I do not sleep. I can hear it outside my window, waiting, sizzling, breathing. Whatever's in that dark place, it knows my name. My sister helps me write this. She washes my eyes so I can still see. She types as I struggle to whisper words through ruined lungs. But my time is running out. Tonight I yawned, and for the first time in years, I feel tired. Good night, Bangkok. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey. Until next time, may your dreams remain undisturbed, and may the shadows never linger too close.